Surah Al-Naml. Surah number 27. In the name of God, the most gracious, the ever merciful. This is Surah Ta-Sin. These are the verses of the Quran, and a clear book, guidance for the believers, and glad tidings, who are diligent in the prayer and pay zakah. And it is they who in fact have conviction in the hereafter. Contrary to this, those who do not believe in the hereafter, we have made their deeds look fair to them. Thus they are wandering about. These are the people for whom there is an evil punishment in this world, and in the hereafter too. It is they who shall be in a severe loss. Do not care about them, O Prophet. There is no doubt that this Quran is being given to you from a wise and knowledgeable being. And in order to understand this favor of God on yourself, remember the incident when Moses said to his family, I have seen something like fire. Stay here, you people, while I bring now some news for you from there, or an ember of fire, so that you can warm yourselves from it. So when he reached it, a voice came, Blessed be he who is in this fire, and those also who are around it. And exalted is God, Lord of the worlds. Moses, this is I, God, the powerful, the wise. Rest assured and place your staff on the ground. Then when Moses saw it that it was swiveling as if it were a snake, he turned and fled away, and did not even look back. God said, Moses, fear not. Messengers have nothing to fear in my presence, except those who are guilty of vice. Then after vice they change it into virtue. So for them I am very forgiving and very merciful. And insert your hand in the opening of your garment at the chest. It will come out white without any ailment. Together with these two, there are 9 signs which we are giving you. In the company of these 9 signs, go to the Pharaoh and to his nation. They are a very disobedient people. Then when these eye-opening signs of ours came before them, they said, This is plain magic. They rejected them because of injustice and arrogance, even though their hearts had accepted these signs. So see what fate these miscreants met. On the other hand, we have bestowed great knowledge on David and Solomon, but they continue to become even more submissive to us. And they said, Gratitude be to God, who has granted us superiority over many of his believing servants. And Solomon became the heir to David, and he too said, People, we have been taught the language of the birds and also given other things of all kinds. Indeed, this is a manifest favor of God. Thus it happened one day that all the forces of Solomon from among the jinn, humans and birds were assembled for his inspection, because they were being categorized. Until while marching, when they reached the valley of the ants, an ant said, Ants, enter your dwellings lest Solomon and his armies may trample you, and they are not even aware of it. When Solomon heard this, he smiled at her conversation and said, Lord, bless me with the urge to be grateful to you for your favor, which you have done to me and my parents, and I do such good deeds with which you are pleased, and with your mercy, O Lord, admit me among the righteous. On this occasion, when Solomon inspected his army, he said, What is it that I do not see the lapwing? Is he present, or has he disappeared somewhere? I shall severely punish him or even slaughter him unless he presents a convincing excuse before me for his absence. Then not much time elapsed when the lapwing came and said, I have become aware of something you do not know. I have brought definite news for you from the country of Saba. I saw a woman ruling them. All types of means and resources are available to her, and she also has a very large throne. I have seen her and her nation prostrating before the sun. Satan has made their deeds look fair to them, and has stopped them from the right path. So they are not finding the way. Certainly, it is Satan who has stopped them, that they should not prostrate before God, who takes out the hidden things of the heavens and the earth, and knows what you conceal and what you reveal. Such is God, that there is no deity except him. He only is the master of the great throne. Solomon said, We shall presently see whether you are telling the truth or lying. Take this letter of mine and deliver it before them, and after that withdraw from them. Then note the reaction they show. When the queen received the letter, she said to her courtiers, Courtiers, I have been delivered a gracious letter. It is from Solomon, and it begins with Bismillah al-Rahman al-Rahim. It is written in it, "Do not show rebelliousness against me, and come to me in obedience." The queen said, "Courtiers, give your opinion in this matter of mine. You know that I do not decide any matter unless you people are present before me." They replied, "We are powerful and also have great military might. So the decision is now in your hands. Thus see what directive you may give." The queen said, "When kings enter a city after conquering it, they ravage it and humiliate the honorable in it, and these people will also do the same. My opinion is that I send a delegation to him with gifts. Then see what reply my envoys bring back." Then when the delegation of the queen reached Solomon, he said after seeing their gifts, "Do you want to present these goods to me? So whatever God has given me is far better than what he has given you. No. In fact, it is you people who are happy with your gifts. Go back to those who have sent you. Now we shall definitely bring upon them armies they will not be able to face, and we shall disgracefully expel them from there such that they will end up humiliated." Solomon knew that now they would definitely come to him. Thus he said, "Courtiers, which of you can bring her throne to me before they come to me in obedience?" A fierce individual from among the jinn said, "I can bring it to you before you leave this gathering of yours. I have this power, and I am also trustworthy." This motivated a person who had knowledge of God's law, and he said, "I shall bring it to you before you blink your eye." Then when Solomon saw it placed in front of him, he cried out, "This is my Lord's blessing, so that he may test me whether I am grateful to him or ungrateful." In reality, he who expresses gratitude does it for his own benefit, and he who shows ingratitude, then this too is his own loss, because my Lord is self-sufficient, and he is very gracious. Solomon ordered, "To test her, change the shape of her throne. Let us see whether she recognizes it, or becomes among those who are not able to recognize it after this change." So when she arrived, she was asked, "Is your throne similar to this?" She said, "It is indeed that. We had already come to know these marvels of yours, and we had submitted." In reality, she would have believed earlier, but those things stopped her which she worshipped besides God, because she was from a disbelieving nation. She was told, "Now enter the palace." Then when she saw the floor of the palace, she thought that it was deep water, and she lifted her dress from her shanks. Solomon said, "This palace is made of crystal." At this she cried out, "Lord, I have remained unjust to myself. So I repent, and with Solomon I have consigned myself to God, Lord of the worlds." However, not everyone is guided like this. To the Thamud, we had sent their brother Salih, also with the message, "Worship God." So it happened that by becoming two factions, they began arguing with one another. Salih said, "O people of my nation, why do you show haste for evil before good? Why do you not ask for God's forgiveness, that mercy be shown to you?" They replied, "We have received bad luck from you and your companions." Salih said, "What is our link to it? All your bad luck is with God. In fact, the truth is that you people are being tested." There were 9 families in his city that would spread disorder in the land, and were not ready to any reform. They made a mutual promise by swearing upon God, "We shall kill Salih and his people at night, and then tell his heir, we were not present at the time of his person's death, and we are absolutely truthful." They also schemed, and we also chalked out a scheme, and they did not even know. Then see the fate of their scheme, that we destroyed them and their whole nation. So these are their houses, ruined because they were unjust to themselves. Surely there is a lesson in it for those who want to know. And we saved all those people who had accepted faith from among them, and used to fear God, and had sent Lot also with this message when he said to his nation, "Do you engage in this vulgar act with open eyes? Alas! Do you fulfill your desire from men leaving aside women? In reality, you are totally foolish. In fact, you are overwhelmed with frenzy." But the only answer his nation gave was, "Turn out Lot and his people from your settlement." These people think that they are very noble. So, we saved him and his family except his wife. We had counted her among those left behind. And we unleashed on his nation a horrible shower of stones. Then how horrible was the rain for those who had been informed. Tell them, O prophet, gratitude is for God alone, who has shown his splendor in this way, and peace be on his servants, who he selected for the manifestation of his justice. Is that God better, or these deities of theirs, which they associate with him? Are they better, or the Lord who created the heavens and the earth, and brought down water for you from the sky? Then from it we sprouted beautiful orchards. It was not possible for you to make their trees sprout. Is there any other deity also with God, who has a share in all these tasks? Certainly not. In fact, it is these people that have deviated from the path of truth. Are they better, or the Lord who made the earth a place of dwelling, and made streams to flow between it, and created mountains to keep it in its orbit, and placed a barrier between two seas? Is there any other deity with God also who has a share in all these tasks? Certainly not. In fact, most of their people do not know. Are they better, or that Lord who listens to the oppressed when he calls him, and relieves him from his grief, and takes the earlier ones from you, and makes you the hair of the earth? Is there another deity also with God, who has a share in all these tasks? Seldom do you people receive a reminder. Are they better, or the Lord who guides you in the darkness of the land and the sea, and who sends winds as glad tidings before his reign of mercy? Is there another deity with God also who has a share in all these tasks? In reality, God is extremely exalted from all the things which they associate with him. Are they better, or the Lord who initiates creation, then will do it again, and who provides sustenance to you from the heavens and the earth? Is there another deity with God also who has a share in all these tasks? Ask them. Bring your argument if you are truthful. They ask the punishment to be hastened. Tell them, these are matters of the unknown, and whoever are in the heavens and earth besides God, they do not know these matters, and neither do they know when they will be raised to life after they die. You think that these people do not understand this? Certainly not. In fact, their knowledge of the hereafter is inflicted with confusion. In fact, they are in a doubt from it. In fact, they have become blind from it. These disbelievers say, when we and our forefathers become dust, will we be taken out of the graves? We have also been threatened by these words, and before us our forefathers too were similarly threatened. Nothing. These Aryanly tales of the ancients. Tell them, if you do not believe, just roam about in this land. Then see the fate of those wrongdoers, who before you would say similar things. Do not grieve for them, O prophet, nor fret over the schemes they are plotting. They ask, if you are truthful, when will this promise be fulfilled? Tell them, the hereafter you want to hasten. It is very much possible that some of it is right behind you. The respite you are enjoying at the moment is for your own benefit. In reality, your Lord is prone to show mercy to people, but most of them are ungrateful. Your Lord definitely knows what their chests conceal in themselves and what they reveal. There is no hidden thing in the heavens and the earth which is not written in an open book. They should not be led astray by what these people say, because definitely this Quran is also explaining many things to the Israelites in which they are differing, and there is no doubt that it is guidance in entirety and mercy for those who believe. On the day of judgment, your Lord, through his decisive directive, shall definitely decide between them. He is powerful, very knowledgeable. So, trust God. Indeed, you are on absolute truth. In reality, you cannot make the dead hear nor make your call reach the deaf, when while turning their backs they are running away, nor can you guide the blind out of their error. You can only make those listen who want to profess belief in our revelations. Then only they will be obedient too. At this time, O prophet, you are trying to make them understand. But when our word becomes conclusive on them, we shall bring out for them an animal from the earth who will tell them that people did not have conviction in our revelations. So now they have come before them in the form of God's wrath. They should remember the day when from each ummah we shall gather a whole army of people who had denied our revelations. Then they will be categorized. Finally, when they come together, God will ask, "Did you deny my revelations, even though your knowledge could not embrace them or speak up? What had you been doing?" So the word shall be fulfilled on them, because they had been unjust to their souls. Then they will not be able to say anything. They ask for signs. Have they not seen that we have made the night dark so that they can rest in it, and made the day radiant so that they may do work in it? In reality, there are a lot of signs in this for those who want to believe. People, remember the day on which the trumpet is blown. So whatever is in the heavens and in the earth, all will be gripped by fear, except those about whom God wills, and all will come before him with heads lowered. You will think that the mountains are firmly fixed, whereas they will be flying about like clouds. This will be a marvel of God's creativity, who has made everything sturdy. Indeed, he knows what you do. Those who bring virtue on that day, for them is a better reward than it, and on that day they shall remain secure from every worry. And those who bring vice will be cast into hell headlong. You are getting the same return what you have been doing. Tell them, O prophet, I have only been directed to worship the Lord of this city, who has made it sacred and in whose authority alone is everything. And I have been directed to remain among his obedient, and have been directed to read out this Quran to you. Then he who is guided for his own self, and he who chooses to go astray will also do it for his own self. So say, I am only a warner, and say, gratitude is for God alone. Soon he will show his signs to you, and you will recognize them, and your Lord is not unaware of whatever you are doing.